Hi everybody, welcome to Homegrown's YouTube channel. My name is Tunayone and today we're going to talk about part 2 of setting up a new skincare business. If you haven't watched the part 1, you can find the link down below where you can start from the beginning. Today we're going to talk about a little bit bureaucracy, a little bit of like compliance and what is actually required from you if you're setting up a new skincare business, the legal side of things that you have to be aware of, especially in the UK and the EU. I have some knowledge about Canada and US and Australia, but I don't have too much details, but I can give you pretty much overview about them as well. But before we start, I just want to say that if you have watched the part 1, I also talk about there, what kind of products that you want to do, what kind of markets you're going to go after, are you going to be a niche brand, are you going to the artisan brand, or are you going to get it if you're going to manufacture it yourself, and so on. But as you know, in my own business, I do everything myself. So the manufacturing part is I do it, I formulate it myself, and I sell it myself. So it is, may look romantic doing all this, but it's a hard work. So you just want to be a little bit aware of things. And how is my business coming along? Basically, I am developing new serums, and I may have talked in part 1. As you know, I branded my business name called Zyver Organics, and this is the YouTube channel. And I'm selling online, purely online. I'm selling at the moment lip balm and lip range. I also make some candles along with it, but I'm advancing it to pure skincare. I'm working on bringing new serums into the market, and mainly for anti-aging, for example, anti-aging, antioxidizing. Hopefully I will launch it next year, but I'll keep you updated here. So that's me done. But what I want you to think about it, if you have watched the part 1, do you have a name ready? Do you know what you're going to do? And if you have refined those, what is the next step? So you come to the stage where, okay, I have my product, and for example, I have my product, here's a bottle of it. I want to do a little oil serum, and I want to sell this. But what is the compliances and legal things I need to be aware of? Firstly, I'm going to start with the UK because I'm based in the UK, and I'm going to talk about in the Europe as well. UK and Europe is before about the Brexit, they were compliant with the pretty much the same, they were part of the European system. Now, because of the Brexit, there's a little bit of separation in the system, but pretty much 95% is almost is the similar. So you have your serum. First things, there are 2 things that you have to be aware of. This serum, is it oil-based serum or is it a water-based serum? So if it's an oil-based serum, it's a different testing that you have to do. If it's a water-based serum, you have to do extra testing. So first, before you even go there, you have to do a good manufacturing practice, which is quite important. What that means, are you producing in a clean environment? Are you sterilizing your equipment? Are you aware of any contamination and that kind of things? Are you wearing gloves? Is it a good environment where you manufacturing your own products? So it's all about general practices and principles that you have to be aware of it. Since if you're a home manufacturer, you might not be aware of it, but you have to pay attention to these rules. I will try to find a link for the GMP rules, which is called Good Manufacturing Practice, in the down link below. And that's where you just have to be aware of how you're producing things, manufacturing your products. Secondly, to be able to sell, you need to have a product information file, which is a PIF file. What is a PIF file? It is basically a information about your product. So it includes the ingredients, who is the manufacturer, and the address of the manufacturer, and the responsible person of this product. Now, when you're putting the label around it, so you have manufactured, let's say, a beautiful rose acne serum, oil serum, right? Obviously, you need to put your brand. So I'm putting, let's say, Zyver Organics. So I'm going to put my Zyver Organics name, the product of the name, so the name of the product, sorry. Then in here, you're going to put the INCI name, which is the like the global accepted ingredients name that you have to put. So I'm putting rose oil. So what is the rose oil's INCI name? If I'm putting something like jojoba oil, what is the jojoba oil? And I'm just putting the list of all of these things, right? So that's the name, the product. And you also need to put your, obviously, where it's manufactured. So normally in the UK, you can get away with just a city and a postcode, or in Europe it's pretty much the same. So you can also look at the cosmetic products that are sold on the drugstore. Just pick one of them and look at the information at the back, the ingredients and what they are putting it, so you can take example from there. But all this information needs to be on a file, and then you need to save it. Okay. Another thing, obviously, you're not there yet. There's a whole other section that you need to do. I also talked this about in my cosmetic safety video, which also linked down below. You need to get this in the UK and in the EU, a safety assessment. So the safety assessment is done by laboratories. So you need to find a laboratory. I'll try to put some links for them, but both in the UK and the EU, these needs to be checked and approved by the laboratories, which they will give you what we call Cosmetic Product Safety Report, CPSR. So if it's your, as you mentioned earlier, if your product is oil based, then you don't need to send your product to the laboratory. The reason is oil-based systems are more microbial resistant, so you don't need to have a preservative system in it, unless if it's a jar and then you need to, the customer may put their fingers in it, may introduce water, you may want to add a preservative system, but it's not required. It depends on your packaging. If it's your product contains water, more than 15% of the formula contains water, you need to add preservative. And for that, you also need to do a microbial testing, which means you need to send your product itself, and they will do a 1 month test, microbial challenge testing, see if your preservative working. That's purely the purpose of that. That takes longer. So if you're doing water-based products. So that costs extra, but that's the part of it. So if you want to do a nice hyaluronic acid based water-based serum, it will take you a little bit more, but that's basically what it is. And once they are happy with you, everything, they will issue the report, and then you can have to move on to notifying the government side of things. So in the UK, there is a cosmetic notification portal, which has become online after the Brexit. So the link down below. So once you get your cosmetic safety for that, I will go there. Like, you need to go there, introduce your the product, take a picture of the product. They will ask you for it. I will do a step-by-step for it on another video, how to put the cosmetic notification portal, how to work out things. And then once you upload the picture and the ingredients and who's the responsible person, then you can actually go out to market and sell it. It's pretty much the same for the European as well. So the report that you're going to get in the UK, most of the labs will cover the EU. So you will be fine. Just check with the laboratories that they're going to give you the safety report. So you can then, what you need to do, you need to notify the European Cosmetic Notification Portal. Again, the link down below. So you're going to put your details over there as a manufacturer. And what are the details of your core product? And then you can enter that into the European Cosmetic Notification Portal database. Then that's pretty much it. So then you can actually start selling. It may look, straightforward, but it's a lot of things, a lot of elements that you have to do. I will do a separate video just for the cosmetic notification portal part, but that's basically where you need to notify it once you get your safety report done. As for the rest of the world, in America we have the FDA. Normally in FDA you don't need to do like any kind of report, anything like that, or safety testing. Apparently they do have voluntary cosmetic registration program. It's called VCRP. I'll put the link down that for too. I just want to add that if you are using medicinal ingredients such as salicylic acid, in America, FDA sees salicylic acid as a medical ingredient. So you need to declare your product and get your product registered with FDA because of this ingredient, but for any other medicinal ingredients. So I'll highly advise for you to go and check FDA's website and see what they consider medicinal ingredients. However, in Europe and the UK, salicylic acid is allowed to use up to 2% on a leave-on product and up to 3% on a wash-off product. So it's okay to use it in UK and Europe. So I just wanted to bring the attention of that. For as also I know some countries do not allow you to sell homemade cosmetic products. As far as I know, Japan, Latvia, Spain, they don't allow you to manufacture home and sell it. They said these have to be done in a proper factory. Some countries like Turkey or some Europe, I think also again Latvia, I believe, they will ask they will ask for a chemist or somebody with a chemistry background, a technical person, to approve to be there. Without them, we wouldn't be able to. So what I advise you to do, whichever country you are, check the cosmetic. Probably it's going to be under the health ministries or something like that. You'll find this information. But here in the UK and Europe, you don't have that technical person, which will need to sign off. But do check, like, if you need to, if your government allows you to manufacture at home and sell it like artisanal methods, or do you have to have it produced in a manufacturing environment? And also, even if you say, for example, you have this issue where you can't do them at home, you can't sell it at home, it's against the regulations, but that doesn't stop you from formulating at home. You can also try it and see if you like the formulation, everything will love your product. You can take it to a small manufacturer. You don't have to go to a large manufacturer which is going to ask you like 5,000 or 10,000 products MOQs, but you can find a smaller producer or manufacturer and get it done. So don't let that discourage you from not formulating it. But because I'm in the UK and Europe, main thing that you need to be aware of as a cosmetic regulation site, you have to get your stability testing and get your CSPR, safety assessment reports done. So second step is once you get your report, say CPSR, then you can need to register in the cosmetic notification portal for UK and for Europe as well. So well, if you want to sell it, if you are based in Europe, obviously you go and do it there. But if you're just gonna sell in the UK, you just need to go and update the office of it's called Office for Product Safety and Standard, OPSS. So I'll put the link down for that. That's it from me. I hope you're not too bored, but I tried to make the video as brief and overview as possible. If you ever have questions, obviously you can always ask me in the comments down. I'll try to answer them as quickly as possible. If whatever you want to produce or manufacture, just double check with the cosmetic compliances on your country. You can always find this under probably health secretaries or health ministry or something like that. I also received a question. I just want to answer it here. Basically, if you have your own, for example, infused oils. So if you are producing your own, say, for example, calendula infused oil or rose infused oil or some kind of like glyceride, which is basically putting fruits in the glycerin and extracting them. There's only thing here that, as far as I'm aware, if you're going to submit this to the lab is going to ask you, where did you get your ingredients? So where is your, for example, the oil that you're using, and where is the herbs, the botanicals you're using? If you're getting them from your garden, say you have a lavender garden and you want to use those, the only thing the laboratory is concerned of is the contamination. So how are these? So they will probably ask you for a microbial testing, that how clean and how less if they're not contaminated. Otherwise, if you're buying packaged, for example, you are buying packaged lavender, which is, they're treated and then they're all clean, and you're buying packaged sunflower oil, and if you're doing those too, they're fine. It's just that, the stuff that that grows in the gardens or other untreated places that may cause a concern. But apart from that, the infused oil is not a big problem as long as you're using packaged ones. But as I said, if you really want to use your garden lavender, just you have to do microbial testing, and laboratories is going to guide you on that. So I haven't done it, so I don't know per se, but this is what they told me once, that if you want to use your own herbs, you have to do microbial testing. Hope you find this video useful. As usual, if you have any questions, please do let me know in the comment section, and follow me on Instagram, how I'm getting along with my products, and any questions as well. Yeah, just ask me there. Yeah, until then, I will do the part 3, which is more about going to move hopefully the products. And if you have more ideas about what you want me to focus, again, let me know in the comments. And until then, take care and see you next time. Bye.